So remember in the last video when I told you that the transmission was hurt the first round and we kept getting lucky and making it through? I wasn't joking. We got the transmission out of it, got a few minutes to spare while I'm on lunch, and check out what we found. Yeah, it's not what it's supposed to look like. Smoked. Like, no high gear, no reverse. Was lucky that I was able to do anything with it. But in the process, you know, I pulled the first gear clutches out. These look brand new. Everything in them looks really good. Let's see if I can get a good look down in here. That is a lip seal. And you're not supposed to be able to see it, let alone with it looking like that. So we know we have a blowed lip seal, but we don't know if it's the chicken or the egg. I have an idea. With what's going on with this, maybe not all that fault. For the last few transmissions, we haven't even had the same drums in them, but we've had the same problem. So there's a rear band apply piston in here, and I'm gonna pull this off, and I want you to see it as I see it. So if the problem is there with what I think is going on, you'll know when I know. So let's get this pan off. I glue these things on a little better than I should. Yummy. But the issue I think I'm having is right back behind that, so I don't know if that one's the same size. Now, the issue I think I'm having is behind this. This is a rear servo. There's a apply piston. I believe that's what this actually called. Now, we're about positive that there's a piston in here. So you're supposed to remove the rings on it for some trans brake kits, or remove the piston entirely. And it's a lot of material. Mine, I believe, calls for the whole piston to be removed completely, in which it has the piston in here. It's got the heavy duty spring, which is good, that's what it's supposed to have. And it has the piston and the rings. Some of them require the rings to be took off. Some tell you to take the whole piston out. Mine has it. So that is the reason right here that I have been having so many issues with not being able to keep the transmission alive. What's going on is going down track, this thing is applying and holding in reverse. That's why it's smoking everything out, and it's probably spiked a bunch of fluid pressure, and that could be the cause of the lip seal to be blowed out. So my kit, I'm about positive it says to take out the piston, and I don't know if that's what I really should do or just take the rings off, but I'll go back over them and here in a little while when I get out of here, and I'm going to Whispers, and we're going to change those lip seals out. He's got some waiting on me. Thank God, because I know the last video I said that's probably the last race of the year. Well, that was a lie. We're going to I-64. Jason Martin, a good buddy of mine, him and Martin Conley are giving me a set of 26s, and we're going to show up and show out, or try our best, you know. So that's enough for this, and next thing you see is us changing lip seals at Whispers tonight. See you shortly. So we got up here, and this is the style of Whisper. He's sitting here on the phone, just doing this thing, and nonchalantly pulling this thing apart for me. He's got a tool that apparently is made for a 350 turbo drum. It doesn't fit the way it should on this drum, so he just turned it over backwards. He's kind of rigging it up, and I'm gonna flip this so you can see it. He says it's homemade junk. I call it homemade ingenuity.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works out easy.
Yeah, we're about there.
Need something to turn that wing nut with? You got something?
Yeah, there's purple wires in there, but I took the last one apart.
You know, there's vices and all kinds of stuff in here, but this is just easier for us. Now, I don't know how stiff those springs are.
Give me those little bitty snap ring pliers that's over there.
Is that the ones you want?
I don't know.
Oh, Billy just called me a little bit ago. I didn't tell you about that yet, did I?
No.
Billy Halston's called and was talking to me about him and Rob had an argument going on, and they were trying to figure out in hard tire War in the Woods what is first round versus, you know, the finals. What does it take to win? And Rob was convinced that it took 550s off the trailer, and which I'm not going to lie, some of those guys and cars are doing 550s in hard tire, just not first round, not there. Hard tires absolutely evolved into an animal, and Megan Mitchell is in on it now. Ryan Mitchell's tuning a hard tire car. Jeff Dean sold his car, and coincidentally, the Prestons also bought a hard tire car the same day. So that probably hasn't been revealed to the world yet, but yeah, Isaac Preston and his bunch are getting into the hard tire game. We probably have one more year of it, and then it's just going to be impossible for us to compete, because we just don't have the money to compete at the level that a lot of these people do. You having a fight?
Fight's over, Buttercup.
Half the battle's over. I'm not even going to cut this video. I'm going to show you pulling apart so they can see the lip seal as it comes out.
God damn, them springs are tight.
Also, I need to check and see if this one had been drilled where it's supposed to be while we have it apart. This is the one that came out of the FTI level 4. Let's see what we got here. Is that a bunch of different height springs?
Man, they all should be these heavy duty springs for a brake.
This is FTI's drum. This is what they used.
I don't like that, but what do I know?
Is it every other one is different?
Yeah, they had like 2 big ones and 2 little ones, and then one little one. And
Also, there's supposed to be a... Yeah, that's lovely.
Part of that. And there is no bleed hole.
No bleed hole.
It's supposed
Is
to have
that
a bleed
seal
hole.
missing? I can't tell.
Yeah, it seals out.
Or is it on this one?
No, it seals out.
Okay.
For door feed. Yeah, this is trashed.
Are you sure?
No, you have to have this seal and you leave that seal out.
Okay. So after y'all done that part,
They did not drill the bleed hole.
so we will be doing that shortly.
Yeah, this is fucked.
Yeah.
But I like to know how old that lip seal is because it's stiff
For a brand new transmission,
yeah.
until I got a hold of it, that thing had only had, well, it had 3 dyno pulls. That was it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get this cleaned up, get the new lip seals, and then I'll show y'all putting that stuff back together. So, per the instructions, I'm supposed to have a 16th bleed hole, and mine did not, which could also be some of the reason that it blew the lip seal out. When you come off the trans brake for the release, there's nowhere for the fluid to go. And that coupled with all the other issues I've had going on, I mean, this definitely ain't gonna jump situation if it by not having it. See if he gets this in one go without breaking it off. No pressure. No pressure. Got it. Well, would you look at that? And I welded up. Yeah, buddy. We'll wipe that down and throw it back together. For the people asking what the petroleum jelly is for,
It's lube.
it's lube so you can get the rubber in there better. So it don't look like that.
Yeah.
So once the entire lip seal falls around the grooves you see here on the edge, they usually just flop straight down in place. It's pretty obvious once they go. This one's definitely been a Bearcat.
It's asshole.
An eternity later, no, more like 30 seconds. As soon as I shut the camera off, it basically just fell right in. So, you see, what's the difference? Can we tell?
These are
Why?
factory. These are HD springs for a brake.
So why is it every? I don't know.
I don't know what they've done here.
I don't know why they.
And I don't think there's any spring here that's actually the fucking same. What kind of sense that makes. And they didn't even have them. They had like 2 of these together here, and then had like a couple. They didn't even have these in here.
How many we got?
I don't know. Enough to do every other one, each one.
Is there enough to do every other?
Yeah. They just didn't have them in there like that.
Well, makes more sense to be like that, wouldn't it? So it's even?
Yep.
Well, whatever. Let's see, this is just an old donor. It's a different style over here.
Steel piston.
Just like that, we got them together. But since I'm here, I brought this with me. And I'm showing Whisper, and he's going to pull up some information right quick and show me the circuitry or why or why not that piston should be in there. But we end up having to change some shims around, not shims, but different thickness steels to get this thing set right for the way he wanted it. But we're going to try to do this thing on Saturday. I-64 backside, no prep, 4 p.m. Be there, be square. We're going to try to show up on the set of 26s. Thank you, Jason Martin, for that. And this definitely will be the last race of the year for me. And we will go out to like dig or die support some of our friends that are there. But if you can, make it out to this race and we'll see you there.